Yo, your boy MC back in the building. Be tripping to hit on them with the flash, the flip, the flow, the flow. That's followed by Ludacris. About to tell you why Ludacris is my underrated tongue spitter. Christopher Bridges was born September 11th, 1977. Known professionally as Ludacris, Ludacris is an American rapper, actor born in Champaign, Illinois, based in the Midwest, right next to Chicago, but he moved to the south to Atlanta. Ludacris moved to Atlanta, Georgia, where he first began rapping, starting out with a brief stint as DJ. He performed the record label Disturbing the Peace in late 1990s. Huh? In the late 1990s, he released his debut solo album, Incognito, in 1999. After his single was a fantasy featuring Shauna, shout out to Shauna, became top 40 hits of the Billboard's Hot 100. The album was re-released by Def Jam Records as his major label debuted back for the first time in 2000. The latter album peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and spawned a second top 40 single, Southern Hospitality, featuring Pharrell. Ludacris' subsequent album, Word of Mouth, Chicken and came out in 2001, Chicken and Beer came out in 2003, and The Red Light District 2004 were each met with continued success, receiving multiple platinum certifications by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. Hits the fifth in the Theater of the Mind, 2008. His fifth and sixth albums, Release Therapy in 2006 and Theater of the Mind in 2008, explored more serious subject matters than his procedures. Was his seventh album, Battle of the Sexes, 2010. Featured the return of the more lighthearted tone of his earlier albums. Throughout his career, Ludacris has scored top two, number one singles on the Billboard Hot 100 as lead artist. Stand Up, When I Move, You Move, just like that. Hey, yeah, DJ, bring it back. Featuring Shauna and Moneymaker, featuring Pharrell. Just that Moneymaker, you know how it is, as well as the three singles, which he did so as a guest performer. Usher's, yeah. Be sure to in the pants. You know how you get that flow? Yeah. In 2004, Fergie's Glamorous. It was the beat. Got so much make Robin Leach get jealous. Came out in 2007. And Tails Cruz Break Your Heart in 2009. The following year, he guest appeared on Justin Bieber's single Baby. You know that one, baby, baby, stand alone, which remains one of the highest certified singles of all times in the United States. Ludacris was one of the first Dirty South rappers to achieve mainstream success in the early 2000s. He has receipts of 3 Grammy Awards, counting 3, and Screen Actors Guild Awards, Critics' Choice Awards, and an MTV Music Award. Outside of that music, he was portrayed as the character Ted Sparker, TEG, in the Fast and the Furious films. The first appearance in the second film, Too Fast, Too Furious, Too Fast for Y'all Mind. 2003, his other notable acting role includes Crash, was a good movie. 2004, Gamer, which was a good movie. No, that's 2009, Gamer. Crash, 2004. Yeah. In New Year's Eve, 2011, and 2021, he created and starred in the children's animated series Karma's World for Netflix. Lucas also a private pilot. Early life, Bridges was born in Champaign, Illinois, and moved to Oak Park as a teenager after attending Oak Park River High School. In the ninth grade, Bridges moved to Centralville, Virginia, and attended Centralville High School. For 1 year, he attended Banneker High School in Atlanta, ATL, Stand Up, Georgia, and graduated in 1995. From 1998 to 1999, he studied music management at Georgia State University. His great-great-grandfather was a Choctaw. In an interview with AJ Jacobs, shout out to AJ Jacobs. AJ Jacobs is the man. show him his love. Bridges learned that his great grandmother had said one of his great great grandfathers, who is a white Englishman, was probably Jewish. Bridges also a distant cousin of the comedian Richard Pryor. They explain why they look alike and light skin. And he wrote his first rap song at the age of 9. When moving to Atlanta and joined the amateur rap group 3 years later, music career 1998 to 2000, incognito and back for the first time. One time, Ludacris served as the intern and a DJ at the Atlanta's Hot 97.5, one of my favorite radio stations in place. Now Hot 1079 under the name Chris Lover Lover. During his radio career, Ludacris met music producer Timberland from Virginia, the V, same place Lazy Rage, Recipes Magoo from Timberland, whose album and Tim's Bio's Life from the Basement was featured Ludacris on the track Fat Rabbit, credited as Ludacris, Chris, spelled different than how you used to spell it. But the name change came along years later. Speaking with MTV's hip hop show Direct Effect in 2000, you know, Ludacris explained the stage name was a play on the word ludicrous, spelled Lucrous. In 1999, Ludacris, now he got it spelled as we know it, Ludarcris, is now the typical way we know it been spelled. Learn something new every day. Released his debut album, Incognito, to his independent label, Disturbing the Peace. Def Jam, Stand Up. Would later repackage Incognito with some new songs added into Ludacris' major label debut back for the first time in 2000. The album reached number 4 on the US Billboard 200 and included the singles What's Your Fantasy? Yeah, give it to me now. Give it to me now. Yeah, give it to me now. Give it to me now. Yeah, give it to me now. Give it to me now. Yeah, give it to me now. Give it to me now. With a little flow flip to the tip with Shana. Yeah, yeah. And featuring Shana and Southern Hospitality. Chicka chicka boo boo. Featuring Farewell Williams, Virginia's own, which respectively reached number 20, 21, and 23 on the Billboard Hot 100, 2001 to 2003. Word of Mouth and Chicken and Beer. In 2001, Ludacris contributed his single Area Codes, featuring late great Nate Dogg recipes to the soundtrack of Rush Hour 2. It was also included in the next album, Word of Mouth Roll Out, which is later years. The Word of Mouth led single Roll Out My Business was nominated for Grammy Award Best Male Rap Solo Performance in 2003. Grammy Awards. 2 other singles reached the Hot 100 in 2002. Saturday, Ooh Ooh, featured Sleepy Brown. Shout out to Sleepy Brown. Peaked at number 22. And Move, B Word, the rhymes with which, but take the W out and put a B. Uh-huh. But I won't say that word. Featuring Mystical, here I go. I'm sick of tired of all the time. I ain't just the hour back that my mom ain't married. Ludacris, Mr. Guy, the one that can't stop now. That won't stop now. I'm sitting there on there fighting bird. You better help that bird, because that's what you're gonna need. And I'm heavily heated. And R20, the one with the deep voice, peaked at number 10. Ludacris also had guest spots on his singles throughout 2001 and 2002, such as Jermaine Dupri's Welcome to the Atlanta. They considered their parents. You know how Ludacris flow, I can't take that good. Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play with ball everyday bowling. And picked at number 35 on the Hot 100. That 100, that 100, and number 15 on the Hot R&B hip hop charts. Ludacris was among the multiple featured rappers on B.I.B.I. by Ludacris, by Little John, and the East Side Boys, which peaked at number 47, that fell to the 7. Oh, yeah. On the R&B hip hop chart in August of 2001. In the last week of 2002, Gossip Folks featuring Michelle with pick up MC. Once upon a time, a car ball, no one gave us. Was a little girl next ain't no one gave us a wood. But I said, is that a headache or not a tumor? Spell it above the back, not right. You know that verse. When I took it up in here, easy, one more thing. It had the, of course, my boy from Run DMC. DMC had a guest appearance on there. Since I think that's up his song, Go to Double Dutch Bus. Featuring, and it was released as a single. And it peaked at number 8 on the Hot 100 in March 2003. In April 2003, Ludacris released a single, Act Fool, from the soundtrack of the movie Too Fast, Too Foolish. What you gonna do? Act the fool. When someone step on your clothes, what you gonna do? Act the fool. Which he played in Tyus Parker. Director John Singleton, rest in peace, John Singleton, brought Ludacris into the franchise after failing to secure the Ja Rule's return for the sequel to The Fast and the Furious, aka Too Fast, Too Furious, man. In the fall of 2003, Ludacris releases his next album, Chicken and Beer. I remember that year. Featured a guest appearance from Player Circles, Chingy, Snoop Dogg, 8 Ball, and MJG. What's the deal, 8 Ball, MJG? THG, unify. Coming to time that unify. I want to hear you bounce. Yeah. And Little I-20, 8 Ball MJG, Little Flip and I-20, Little Fate and Shauna. The single Stand Up appeared in both Chicken and Beer as well as the soundtrack for the teen hip hop dance movie You Got Served, produced by Kanye West. Stand Up. I didn't know they learned something new every day. I didn't know Kanye West did something produced that song. Yeah, we had to play. Stand Up went on to become one of Ludacris' biggest mainstream hits to date, hitting the top spot in the Billboard Hot 100, garnering heavy airplay on mainstream pop, the POP, rhythmic, and urban radio stations, as well as on MTV and MTV2 and BET. Ludacris was sued by a New Jersey group called I.O.F. Who claimed the stand up was used as a hook from one of their songs, but in June 2006, the 2006, a jury found that the song did not violate copyrights. I hope the plaintiff enjoyed that 15 minutes of fame, Ludacris said after the verdict. The album's next single, Splash Waterfalls, okay, Touch Me, was released in early 2004, a huge pop hit despite the steamy video and explicit adult-oriented lyrical content and themes. It secretly became a success at urban radio and BET, and the only time he was produced two consecutive, I can't even say consecutive, back to back 10 singles from the solo albums, except for Release Therapy, which is another good album. An unedited version of the video could only be viewed on BET's Uncut program. It was Ludacris' most sexual video yet, an R&B remix with the featured Raphael Sadiq and simple tone. Whatever you want. Ludacris received his first Grammy Award with Usher and Little John for the hit single Yeah, Ludacris, yeah. Next release, Blow It Out, which was accompanied by a low-budget music video. 2004 to 2007, Red Light District, and Release Therapy. Ludacris took the more mature approach to his fourth album, The Red Light District. Sohail Khalid helped produce this album with various artists such as T.I., Little Flip, and Bun B. Rest in peace, Pimp C. Ludacris openly boasted, that he may be the only rapper to able to keep a Def Jam label afloat on the opening track. Keeping on that boat, Ludacris filmed and recorded the single Get Back. Y'all don't know me like that, in which he was featured in a muscle bound Hulk who was being annoyed by the media and warned Chris to leave him alone. His first appearance on the Saturday Night Live as a special guest performer, the musical guest Sum 41. Shout out to my group, my favorite group. Shout out to my favorite group, Sum 41. On the season 30 episode hosted by Paul Giamatti, he then recorded Get Back with Sum 41 to make a rock crossover single. The follow-up single was Austin Powers' spot #1 spot. Bling bling ka ka. What you doing? Coming for that #1 spot. Burns to get caught. And was produced by New York City's Hot 97 personality DJ Green. Shout out to DJ Green Lantern. Shout out to my boy DJ Green Lantern. Made a funk beat with you. And is using Quincy Jones sample of Soul Bossa Nova. Soul Bossa Nova. And spared Soul Bossa Nova. Yeah, that's how you say it. And sped it up to the tempo of Ludacris rap flow. Feature artists on the album, so including Nas, DJ Quick, DMX, Trick Daddy, Sleepy Brown, and Disturbing the Peace. Not THE, but THA, THD. Newcomers Bobby Valentino, Bobby V, Mr. Slow Down. Gotta bless me with your beauty. Dollar Boy, Small World. The album debuted #1 on the Billboard charts. In the issue XXL, Ludacris was placed in the #9 spot for the most anticipated albums of 2006. For Release Therapy, the album Release Therapy was released on September 26, 2006. Ludacris formatted the CD to have two sides to release a side A Therapy, a side single, CD guest appearance including Pharrell Williams, R. Kelly, Young Jeezy, yeah, Mary J, Runaway, Love Blies, and more better feel my for the mob the creep. I know you're looking good, and I play the neck bounce, Mr. The Misters of I'm so sick of being lonely. Bobby Valentino, Pimp C, rest in peace, C Murder, get out, free C Murder, get out soon, may they release C Murder, may they get C Murder out the prison. Beanie Siegel, the first single, Money Maker, which featured Williams, was released to the U.S. radio outlets on July 17, 2006. Moneymaker reached #1 on the BET program 106 in Park. It then went to become the rapper's second #1 single after 6 years. His second single, Grew Up a Screw Up, featuring Young Jeezy, dispels rumors that the two are or ever were in a dispute. His third single, Runaway Love Song, peaked at #1 on the US Billboard Hot Rap Tracks 100 and won the Best Collaboration in 2007 at 2007 BET Awards. Release Therapy won the BET Rap Album Award at the 2007 Grammy Awards. His album then reached #1 on the Billboard 200 album charts with the sales of 309,000. This back before things went digital. It was on the verge, so that meant a lot. Them paper sales. And it's the first week of the release of this album. Ludacris marked a change in style in his career with his musical style. The new album itself features a departure of the lighthearted mood of the previous albums, and it introduces a darker side, a change of hair. This one had his hair cut. Cut off the hair, and the waves make you seasick. His trademark braids, a more conventional fade cut with sideburns. To promote the album, Ludacris returned to Saturday Night Live as both host and musical guest on November 18th, 2006, 2008 to 2010. State of the Mind and Battle of the Sexes. The preview of the mixtape, the preview of the album was released on July 28, 2008. Theater of the Mind, you had chopped in school. Shorty don't chop, Miss Shorty don't screw. 2008, April 2008, the single Let's Stay Together appeared on XXLMAG.com, supposedly from the new album Let's Stay Together. It was suspected to, but it was released as a bonus track on a CD. A song with the Small Worlds called Pinky Shining was suspected to be on the album, but it was dropped in an interview with Complex magazine. He stated that Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, T.I., Plies, Common, T-Pain, Jay-Z, Nas, and The Game will be on the album. Game is featured on the track with Willie Nofo titled Call Up the Homies. T.I. was on the album on the track called Wish You Would, squashing on the track. No squashing a long feud between them. The album debuted at the number five, five. What book did you say? Five times. And the album debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 with 213,493 sold first week. Ooh, that's a blessing. The album was released the same day as Kanye West's 808s of Heartbreaks. I remember that. I was 17 at that time, which took the number 1 spot. Ironically, that's one of the songs. His first single, What Them Girls Like, featuring Chris Brown and Sean Garrett, Sean Garrett and Chris Brown, peaked at the number 33 on that Billboard Hot 100. The second single, One More Drink, featuring T-Pain. I'ma take one more drink, I'ma be, you know the rest. You peaked at the number 24 on the Billboard Hot 100. The third official single, Nasty is Nasty Girl, featuring Plies. It's the Busted Baby. Mr. So Hypnotized, official single, featuring Never Plies, will confirm a sequel titled Ludacris, due to be released September 11th, 2012. Ludacris was featured on Justin Bieber's hit single Baby, which became one of the highest certified singles of all time in the U.S. gained international success. His 8th studio album was released on March 9th, 2012. Yeah. No, released on March 9th, 2010, excuse me. With his first promotional single for the album being Everybody Drunk, features Khalum Smith, Calum Smith. Think I spelled his name right. I think I said his name right. I know I spelled it right. Hmm. hmm. But yes, back to the listening hand. Originally featured Shauna, the first concept idea of the album was to have Ludacris and Shauna battle it out on the album back to back, but this was later axed upon Shauna's departure from Disturbing the Peace, ended her contract on Ludacris' label and joining T-Pain's Nappy Boy Entertainment label. The first official single released from the Battle of the Sexes was How Low, which was released on December 8th, 2009. The follow-up single was My Chick Bad with Nicki, Nightmare Freddy, Jason. Released on February 23rd, 2010. The third single is Sex Room, picking at number 69 on that Billboard Hot 100. Ludacris Battle of the Sexes into the chart at number 1 with 137,000 sales in the first week. The album is currently certified gold. As my man would say, I love gold. I could buy anything with records I sold. 2012, 2015, Ludiversal. In 2012, Ludacris released the singles Representation and Rest of My Life, both on which were scrapped after the songs underperformed in the recording process for his up-and-coming album. Ludacris stalled on May  24th, 2013. Ludacris released a mixtape entitled IDGAF. We know what that stands for. I don't give a F. That rhymes with duck, replaced with a D, but a F. He had been released a new song on Friday. Fridays, as he was calling these release, I don't give a F Fridays. These songs, in order to release, were raised in the South, featuring rapper Jeezy, released on April 19th. The release was followed by If I Ain't F Dub on April 26th. And 9 times out of the 10, featuring rappers French Montana and Q, the QUE. On May 3rd, Freaking Into the Mic. On May 10th, I Don't Give a Blank. Haha. On May 17th, the last song was released a week before the release of the mixtape. The mixtape had almost 60,000 downloads, which today equates to be 60,000 views. 60,000 downloads is like nowadays 6,000 views. Yep. 6,000 views. All right, downloads via datpiff.com. Within the first day, Ludacris reprises roles of Taj in the blockbuster movie Fast and the Furious 6, which opened during the Memorial Day weekend, May 2013. Ludacris had this to say about the up-and-coming new album. I think every album, like a progression, I'm working with a different producer. Usher, we definitely had this album, which was the great thing. Neo is also on the album, have producers like David Guetta, my boy David Guetta. We have Stargate, have trainees. EA. Neo is also on the album. We have Stargate, have trainees. The Kelly Rowland single just came out that you need to check out. It's called Representation. On August 3rd, 2013, Ludacris confirmed the Vibe.com. On August 3rd, 2013, Lucas confirmed to Vibe.com he will be working with Anita Baker. I don't know. Caught up in the rapture of love. If the cat's out of the bag, yeah, Anita Baker is definitely on the album. Admitted Luda, she's on a particular song. She on that particular song. Yeah. It is really about my father and growing up, me being a kid, trying to get him to stop and dealing with that. After a lengthy hiatus, Ludacris returned to the music on January 3rd, 2014 with the release of a single Party Girls featuring Jeremiah. Shout out Jeremiah. Oh, with the bring it on me. It's easy, love it, heaven, I hit it. Gonna put the in it. And where's Khalifa? I'm on my way. When I roll up, Mr. Wiz Khalifa and Cashmere Cat, the song that takes a cue from Aqua's 1997 song Bobby Girl. So before there was Ice Spice sampling Bobby Girl, so it was Ludacris, Cashmere Cat, Wiz Khalifa, and Jeremiah that sampled it. Learn something new every day. New release of the album on October 9th, 2012. On October 9th, 2014. Ludacris announced that the Ludaversal would be released on March 31st, 2015. Ah, you know what it is. Dang, this brings back to memory lane, which will proceed by the EP titled Burning Bridges. Do get it, Ludacris Bridges, Burning Bridges, awesome. Due to the due for release on December 16th, 2014. On October 31st, 2014, Ludacris performed the first single from the Burning Bridge EP titled Good Love and featured American singer Miguel. Due to its moderate success, Good Lovin' would go on to serve as the first single from Ludacris on March 3rd. That 3-0, that THREE, you know what it is for you and unity for you and me. TH. 2015, Ludacris held a listening party for Ludaversal with Def Jam. The track's intro, Not For Long, featured Usher in Come and See Me, with the also N and not A-N-D. Featuring Big Crit. Shout out to Big Crit, who don't get that much of credit. He deserves it. Check out Big Crit. Might do a video on him next. Might not. You just have to see. Shout out to Big Crit. I might do a video on him next. Yeah, I think I might. Or be in the woodwork. We've revealed to be the public after 3 years worth of delays. Ludaversal was released March 31st, 2015 on to generate positive reviews. That's a good thing. Generate positive reviews. Some men did good. And peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200. 2017, the first upcoming 10th studio album in Coma's world. On March 17th, Ludacris confirmed that he was working on a 10th studio album. In his interview with Complex magazine on March 31st, 2017, Ludacris released a new single called Vitamin D featuring Ty Dolla $ign. Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign. He was one of the piano players for Immature, LDB, Romeo, Batman, aka Marcus Houston. In 2017, Ludacris hosted YouTube's Best Cover Ever show. In 2018, he was featured on Country Singers. Carrie Underwood single, The Champion. After Nelly did that crossover with Garth Brooks, it was Keith David. Over and over again. I guess Ludacris said, shoot, let me do a crossover. So he did one with Carrie Underwood single, The Champion. I might have heard that song. I'm going to have to listen to it tonight after this show. Was peaked at the number 47 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was the opening song for the Super Bowl. Little, or it might be 10 or 17. I don't know. I don't know Roman numerals like that. In the 2018 Winter Olympics, and Cry Pretty on May 8th, 2018, Ludacris received the nomination. No. He received 3 nominations, excuse me, folks, and 1 win. In 2018 CMT Music Awards, aka CMT meant the Country Music Awards. For the Gen Zs, the ones that might not know that, on October 14th, 2020, Netflix commissioned his then new animated musical children's television series known as Karma's World for the initial 40 episodes from Nine Story Productions. Creative Affairs Group and his production company, Karma's World Entertainment, using the inspiration of his eldest daughter, Karma Bridges, and that infamous website created in 2009. Ludacris stated in the interviews with Peoples and Billboards that he and Karma spent close to a decade and a half working on the perfection of the production. The series premiered on Netflix on October 15th, 2021, alongside its official soundtrack album, which was produced and released by Def Jam Records on global digital music streaming platforms on January 17th, 2022. The series got nominated for 3 NAACP Image Awards, including Outstanding Children's Program, and Ludacris himself got nominated for On-Screen Fodder. Netflix renewed Karma's World for a second season on back of the encouragements, which premiered on March 10th, 2022. On August 21st, Ludacris released his single Butter ATL in December 2022. It was announced that Ludacris would open up for Janet Jackson's Together Again tour. Ludacris made a cameo in Usher Super Bowl LV11, which might be 26 or something, I don't know, Roman numerals, halftime show, performing portions of personal life. From 2009 until their marriage in 2012, he dated model Edoxy Mobile. EUDOXIMBOUGUINGUE. How we say it might be African. You just have to see. AKA, I'm say Edoxy Mogakaluku. On December 26, 2017, Ludacris became engaged to Malukubuku while in Costa Rica, and the two married later did the same day in early June 2016. Adoxy announced that the couple had welcomed a baby girl in May 21st. Adoxy shared via Instagram that she and Ludacris was expecting their second child together. He was two other daughters from previous relationships. In January 2020, Ludacris acquired Gabonese citizenship along with his mother and his two daughters. Business ventures. That DPT, probably can't say it, but it's the DTP shoe. Disturbing the Peace. Here widow the Clyde and Luda Puma. Clyde sneakers showing Disturbing the Peace logo, aka DTP. Ludacris, the founder of his own record label, Disturbing the Peace, an imprint distribution by Def Jam Recordings. He is the co-owner of Conjure Cognac. In 2011, Ludacris released his own line of headphones called Sold by Ludacris. He also, this year's before Beats by Dre. And a fun fact is he was going to work on his own headphone set before he passed on the AIDS in 1995. Manufactured by Soul Electronics, he also has various real estate holders. In 2006, Ludacris appeared in a television and print advertised campaign for Puma, which released three limited edition models of a Clyde and X Luda. Puma Clyde sneaker, Clyde and Luda. Oh yeah, which released three limited edition models of Clyde and Luda. Puma Clyde sneakers with Ludacris images on the heel of the insole and DTP for disturbing the piece on the heel window. Yeah. In November 2016, Ludacris opened up a restaurant named Chicken and Beer at the Hartsfield Jackson International Airport in Atlanta. Shout out to that. If you're in Atlanta, you should visit the Hartsfield Jackson and the Jackson International Airports in Atlanta. In December 2023, he made his theater production debut as a producer on the Broadway musical How to Dance in Ohio. His philanthropy, but heck, he can't see it because the glare. But in 2011, Ludacris joined a joint effort between Do Something and Better World Books to collect books to help Red Stocks, library shelves in New Orleans. He filmed a public service announcement in support of Epic Book Drive. Ludacris also stated Ludacris Foundation at the beginning of his music career in 2002. The aim of the foundation is to inspire the youth through education, memorable experiences, and helping the youth help themselves. The focus is what Ludacris calls the three L's: leadership in education, living healthy lifestyles, and Ludacris. Awards and honors. Ludacris won many awards throughout his career, including three Grammy Awards in his music as an ensemble, Screen Actors Guild Award in his performance in the 2004 movie Crash. In October 2019, Ludacris was named the Artist of Residence in Georgia State University, where he will mentor the students in the Creative Media Industry Institute. On April 13th, 2022, Ludacris Georgia State University announced the Georgia Board of Regents had approved Ludacris to receive an honorary bachelor's in science degree in music and management. He received his honorary degree on May 4th, 2022 at the commencement ceremony at Center Park Stadium, where he also delivered a speech. His discography, Incognito, 1999, back for the first time, 2000. Word of Mouth 2001, Chicken and Beer 2003, The Red Light District 2004, Release Therapy 2006, Theater of the Mind, Theater of the Mind 2008, Battle of the Sexes 2019, no, 2010, Ludacris 2015, his filmography 2001, The Wasp Custom, I mean, we call him old Trout Mouth, you know the rest, Ninja. Too Fast, Too Furious as Tease Parker. 2004, Crash Anthony. Also in 2004, Lil Pimp, Wetter's Voice. And that went straight to video. 2005, Close and Flow, Skinny Black. Remember when Terrence Hawkins said, nah, man, tell me you dropped that mic. Please tell me you dropped that mic. In 2007, The Bros, America Hustle himself, video, Fred Claus, DJ Donnie. 2008, Ball, Don't Lie, Julius, Rock and Roller, Mickey, Max Payne, Jim Brovera. 2009, Gamer, Hamas Brothers. 2011, No Strings Attached, Wallace, Fast Five, Teach Parker, Breakaway himself, New Year's Eve, Brandon Nolan. 2013, Fast and Furious 6, TJ Parker. In 2015, Furious 7, TJ Parker. Also in 2015, Turkey Hollow, narrator, TV movie. 2017, The Fast and the Furious, TJ Parker. 2018, The Ride, Elbridge Butcherchins. Bultjens. Y'all probably can spell it better than me. Probably African. Jumbutu. And also in 2018, Show Dogs, Max Voice. I remember that movie. That was good. Perfect 10. I give it a perfect 10. 2020, John Henry, Hale. That's the character he played. 2021, F9, aka Fast and Furious 9, Ted Spock. You know, the Furious 9, if you want to call it that. 2022, The End of the Road, Reggie. 2023, Fast X, Ted Spock. Dashing Through the Snow, Eddie Garrett, Television. 2002, MTV Cribs, Top of the Pops, Soul Food. Possess episode 4.21, episode 39.24, episode Tonight at Noon, episode DMX, Method Man, and Ludacris. That's on 2003, $2 bill. 2004, Chappelle Show himself. And also in 2004, Showtime and Apollo as himself. 2008 and 2004 and 2008, Saturday Night Live for current guests. 2005, Driven episode, Kanye West. Crank Yankers himself voice episode 3.13 and episode 13.19. 2005, Eve Rufus episode Stay Tuned. 2006, Making the Video himself episode Ludacris Moneymaker. Diary episode Ludacris House Band episode Ludacris. I remember that show, man. That's memory lane when they had Making a Video and stuff. Now I would say we were vibe, but MTV done went away. I would say we were vibe, but MTV done gone away. Law and Order Special Victim Units, There's Parker episode Venom and Screwed. 2007, So You Think You Can Dance himself episode Top 16 Results. 2007, Simpsons himself voice episode You Can't Always Say What You Want. 2008, Robot Chicken in Battleground Earth. 2009, Played by Fame. Bob Derrick's Fantasy Factory. 2010, Sprite Step Off When I Was 17. Funk Flex Full Throttle. Lala's Full Court Raven. Lay It Down. Brandy and Ray J. American Business. 2013, Behind the Music. Chris Angel Believe. 2014, 2017, Billboard Music Awards. 2014, Being Mary Jane, Rising Star. 2015, Comedy Central Roast, Teen Choice Awards, Empire. 2016, Inside the Label. 2017, My House. Instead of spelled Housc, it's spelled Houzz. The best cover ever. Doc, Miss Stuffins. All right, 2017, 2018, Fear Factor. 2018, Wild Nap. 2020, 30 for 30, Gone Mental with Lower. The Price is Right. beat Shazam, 2021. Ben and Jerry's Clash of the Cones, Celebrity Game Face, Karma's World, 2022. Luda Can't Cook, 2023, 2020. Top Chef, Celebrity Prank Wars, now one of my favorites. Video games. He was in my favorite game, Def Jam Vendetta, and my second favorite video game, 2004's Def Jam Fight for New York, 2006 Def Jam Fight for New York, The Takeover, NBA Ballers, in 2006 NBA Ballers Phenom, 2007 Def Jam Icons. It was alright, wasn't my favorite of the series, but it was cool. 2015 Forza Horizon 2 presents Fast and Furious. Documentary, years, title, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2007, 2017. Paper chasers, the industry, Ludacris red light district, heart of the game, Ludacris set of smoke, unauthorized, Demi Lovato, simple, complicated. Theme park attractions, the year, and the year title, roles and notes, 2018, Fast and Furious, Supercharged, Teach Park, Universal Studios, Theaters, year title, roles and notes, 2023, How to Dance in Ohio, producer, Belzos Theater. And that's the story of Ludacris. Now, let me finish up with this. This is why Ludacris is one of the most underrated tongue spitters in the South. The brother can flow and flip it up. You can hear that Bone Thugs-n-Harmony influence and so many unique influences to it. But he did it so good with a southern twang. He did very well. Him and Nelly was neck and neck back in the 2000s. The way Biggie and Tupac was neck and neck in the 90s. And Big Daddy Kane and Carrie House One was neck and neck in the 80s. But the brother can put it down and flow, spit, and bring it like no other. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Remember, God bless you. Keep God first. Give all your problems to God. Don't commit suicide. Give them issues to God. And let God have all your attention. Peace out. Make sure y'all view this. Let's get this. Hold up. Let's get this 1K views. Shoot, just F all that. We're just gonna do it like this with the perk for this and this. You know what it is. We coming back. More videos come tomorrow. I'm about to give you more and more videos. You're gonna view them and love them. You're gonna enjoy these. They're gonna be dope. You know how we do it. Backpack.